Imagine a day when the unexpected happens. Power outages, supply shortages, or a sudden emergency. Would you be ready? Whether you have a basement, a spare room, or just a closet, the space you have can become a lifeline. Today, we're diving into the essentials of prepping and showing you how to prepare for those what-if scenarios, no matter how much space you have. We'll also take you through our own prepping journey in our basement, sharing some of the key supplies our family chose to keep on hand. And remember, you don't need a basement to get prepared. These essentials can work in any space. Welcome to Buckeye Bloomstead. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to support our growing channel. Your likes and subscriptions help us reach more people with valuable information, and we truly appreciate each and every one of you joining us. Given the nature of this video, we'll be discussing several products that we personally use and recommend, as well as a few we haven't yet added to our own provisions. Each product we mention here is something we purchased with our own money. As of the time this video is posted, we have not been sponsored by any company, nor have we received free products for this video. Everything you see here was paid for out of our own pocket. In some cases, we may have become affiliates after purchasing a few of these items, simply because we genuinely liked them and believe they can benefit others. However, we have not been paid in any way to promote these products. Rest assured, if we ever have the opportunity to test or review a product, we commit to sharing our honest and sincere opinions. If a product doesn't meet our standards, you won't see it on our channel. Our reviews are based on personal experience, and while your experience may vary, we're here to share what has worked for us. Additionally, we understand that companies may occasionally change the quality or formulation of products, so please know that our recommendations are based on the product quality at the time we made this video. If you're interested in any of the products we use, we encourage you to use our affiliate links where available. Doing so helps support our channel and allows us to keep creating valuable content for you. We hope you find our videos useful and that they resonate with you. The importance of being prepared. There's a saying, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Or as we like to put it, we'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Because when the unexpected happens, it may simply be too late. Supplies might not be available, or a family's financial situation may prevent them from getting what they need in an emergency. It's a simple philosophy, but one that can make all the difference when life throws us a curveball. Prepping isn't about fear, it's about readiness. It's about facing the unknown with peace of mind, knowing we've planned ahead. Start with the basics, food and water storage. They are essential for survival, and food and water is our most basic need. We cannot survive without these essential items, and the good thing is that you don't need a large space to store them. Even a small closet can house weeks of food if organized right. Now let's dig a little deeper on the subjects of preparing. Essential provisions for preparedness. When building a stockpile, it's important to think about more than just food and water. Preparedness is about having a well-rounded set of provisions that cover all basic needs in an emergency. Here are some essentials to consider. First, there's water. Experts recommend storing at least 1 gallon per person per day, covering drinking, cooking, and hygiene needs. Ideally, aim to store a 2-week supply, but if you can manage it, a month or more brings real peace of mind. Consider adding water purification tablets or filters as well. These allow you to purify additional sources if needed. Next, food. Start with non-perishable items that are nutrient-dense and easy to store, such as canned vegetables, beans, rice, pasta, and dried goods. Add some freeze-dried or dehydrated meals, which offer the benefit of long shelf life and quick preparation. Invest in a good food saver type machine to help keep your provisions good and dry. Don't overlook cooking oils, flour, sugar, and salt, basic staples that help round out your meals. And remember, seasonings and spices make even the simplest foods more enjoyable. Don't forget your pets too. They will need food and water and extra medications they may be required to take. Have everything you need to keep them safe, warm, and healthy. But there's more to a survival pantry than food and water. Think about hygiene and sanitation. Stock up on essentials like soap, hand sanitizer, toothpaste, toothbrushes, and feminine hygiene products. Keep extra toilet paper and paper towels, and if possible, disposable plates and utensils, which reduce the need to use water for washing dishes. In regards to toilet paper, we also added to our preps these great compressed porta-type wipes that help you to be prepared in the home or on the go. Compressed coin tissues can literally be used anywhere. Just add a tablespoon of water, and you've got a luxurious and hygienic wipe ready to use in the kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, garage, school, or even the workplace. They are great and are so compact and lightweight to carry if need be. Now let's talk about medical supplies. Emergencies aren't one size fits all, and a well-stocked first aid kit is vital. Include bandages, gloves, antiseptics, pain relievers, antibiotics, allergy medications, and any prescription medications needed by family members. If possible, add items like a digital thermometer, gauze, gloves, and tweezers. Remember that in a long-term emergency, access to medical care may be limited, and life-saving antibiotics may be non-existent during these critical times. So having these items on hand could make all the difference. We recommend looking into home medical kits for your preparedness plan. In addition to a good first aid kit, you also need access to antibiotics, for example. After careful research, we chose Jace Medical Home Kits. These emergency medical kits are custom tailored to each person, based on your wants and needs, and include a selection of antibiotics and other essential medications to address various health needs, offering peace of mind in a range of situations. We were so impressed with Jace Medical's products, especially after they helped us through recent health challenges, that we became affiliates. These are the same kits endorsed by the likes of Glenn Beck, Dan Shapiro, Dan Bongino, Tucker Carlson, and a whole host of other well-known people. By using our link, you'll receive a discount on your personalized kit and will earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. You can find our link in the video description and channel description below. Now, let's move on to share with you our personal prepping journey. We'll show you some footage of the prepping area we've set up in our basement while discussing additional items to consider. The video quality may not be the best, as it was filmed with an older camera, and I sometimes experience neuropathy in my hands, which can affect the steadiness of my filming. But rest assured, you'll get the gist of our setup. As we mentioned earlier, we're sharing our personal approach to prepping. We're fortunate to have a basement, but remember, you don't need one to be prepared. A spare room, pantry, closet, under-the-bed totes, or even a climate-controlled garage can all work as storage. The important thing is to use whatever space you have to prepare for the unexpected, whether it's a local or national emergency that may prevent you from getting supplies as usual. There are many scenarios that could limit access to essentials. Grocery stores typically have about 3 days' worth of food on hand, and a severe weather event or supply chain issue could make restocking difficult or delay your ability to reach stores. Perhaps it's a power outage that jeopardizes refrigerated or frozen food, or maybe a financial hardship or banking outage prevents access to funds. These are just a few of the reasons why it's vital to have essentials stocked and ready. For us, prepping isn't about fear, it's about resilience. So we add to our supplies steadily, over time, often taking advantage of sales. When we buy something we regularly use, we'll buy an extra item or two if it's within budget. Slowly but surely, this builds a stockpile that provides peace of mind. Our stock includes more than just food. We store seasonings, an often overlooked item that can make even basic meals like beans and rice more palatable. Seasonings are easy to find on sale, and we also dehydrate our own spices from the garden, including greens like kale and spinach, which when powdered, add nutrition to soups and broths. We waste nothing, turning extra tomatoes into powder for soups, or drying herbs and peppers to keep on hand. Having these items not only adds flavor, but also maintains morale during difficult times. For storage of some of our food preps, we use portable totes. In the event of an evacuation, we can quickly load up our essentials. We also store paper goods such as toilet paper, paper towels, and paper plates. Paper plates in particular can save water in an emergency, and they can be safely burned if needed, reducing waste. Now here's a key point. Only stock items your family will actually eat. In a stressful situation, familiar foods bring comfort. While budget may limit choices, having any food is better than none. Aim to stock enough for each family member, starting with a 1-month supply, then growing to 3 months and even up to a year if possible. We use pasta, for example, as it stores well and can create filling meals. And if you're able to, canning, dehydrating, or freeze-drying are excellent methods to preserve food long-term. Another key to successful prepping is discretion. While you may be proud of your provisions, it's wise not to advertise them. During an emergency, scarcity can drive desperation, and people may act out of survival instincts. Of course, you can still help neighbors in need, but revealing your full stockpile could put you at risk. In fact, if you have like-minded neighbors, consider forming a preparedness group. Pooling skills, gardening, food preservation, water purification, or military survival skills creates a community safety net. By working together, you all become more resilient. Just remember to be discerning about who you trust. Finally, keep in mind that emergency services may be overwhelmed in a crisis. Prepare to protect and care for your family, as this ensures you're able to help others when safe to do so. In the end, prepping isn't about stockpiling. It's about creating a foundation for resilience. It's about providing security and peace of mind when life throws us the unexpected. When it comes to warmth and light, consider having on hand extra blankets, sleeping bags, and emergency thermal blankets. We keep our extra blankets in those space bags that are vacuum sealed to ensure they keep dry and clean. Not to mention the space bags make extra blankets compact and easy to store. We also have on hand those pocket warmers. When you squeeze them, it causes an internal chemical reaction and they become like these mini heaters in your hand. They sure come in handy, as you can stick those in your pockets or inside of your gloves to help keep your hands warm and other parts of your body such as your feet. We also keep some in our vehicles in case we have a breakdown in the middle of winter. Our cold climate here in Ohio in winter can make getting stranded very uncomfortable very quickly. And now let's talk about lighting. We have on hand a variety of items that will provide us light in an instant, such as flashlights, headlamps, solar-operated lights, and battery-powered lights. Having plenty of batteries are essential to power anything that requires batteries. Solar-operated lights and lanterns are great ideas too, since no batteries are needed. And using our portable solar generator, we can recharge our solar lights without any effort whatsoever. A few candles and waterproof matches or a lighter will also be useful if you're facing prolonged power outages. In future videos, we will talk about DIY emergency lighting and heat sources during prolonged power outages. Please be very careful though using candles in closed environments, because a candle's flame poses a potential fire risk, especially if you have children or pets that could inadvertently knock over a candle. And of course, there is always the danger of carbon monoxide using a candle in a small area. Be sure to have a window cracked open just in case in small rooms. You would be far better off to avoid the use of candles and invest in battery-operated or solar lighting of some sort instead of burning candles. Speaking of carbon monoxide, be sure to always have working carbon monoxide and smoke and fire detector in your home. Have on hand extra batteries for those detectors. Although we have many favorites, one of the standout items in our prep is our solar charger, power bank, and portable charger. Why? Because we use it all year round. This handy device charges our phones on the go and is easy to carry with us wherever we are, so we're never without power. It even sits by our bedside to charge rechargeable TV remotes. With built-in plugs and a built-in flashlight, it's one of the smartest purchases we've made. You'll find the link to this gem in the video description. Now, if your budget allows, of course, a gas or propane generator can really come in handy, but keep in mind, you will need to have fuel on hand to keep your generator running as long as may be necessary. You will also want to consider food preparation. How are you going to cook your meals for you and your family? First, you will want to make sure you have whatever pots and pans you may need to prepare meals. In an emergency, a small camping stove, portable grill, or even a solar cooker can provide a way to prepare meals when your standard appliances aren't available. We believe in having a redundancy of backup cooking methods to prepare for any situation. First, we have the obvious, a propane grill with extra propane, as well as a small charcoal grill. We've also added a rocket stove, which uses twigs and small pieces of wood for fuel. In addition, we have a fire pit and even a solar oven. Now, having so many cooking options might seem excessive, but redundancy is key, and we can use more than one at once if need be. Here is something to consider. In a prolonged power outage, we could run out of propane, wood, or charcoal. And in the event of flooding, available wood may be too wet to use. Our rocket stove can work with just twigs or even dry paper if larger wood isn't available. And if all else fails, we have our solar oven, which has cooked meals for us, even on overcast days, and believe it or not, with snow on the ground. And just so you know, we use everything we recommend. When it comes to basic tools, consider having a multi-tool, duct tape, and a basic toolkit, with screwdrivers, pliers, and wrenches. Other useful items include tarps, bungee cords, rope, and hand clamps for holding things in place. A sturdy knife and extra rope can also serve a variety of purposes. Additionally, ensure you have a tool for cutting wood and a pair of heavy-duty gloves to protect your hands. Crates or a few 5-gallon buckets are also incredibly useful for gathering wood or gathering food and other items. And if you need to store water, 5-gallon buckets can come in handy, particularly if they're food grade. We recommend reserving these buckets for non-toxic uses only, so they're always available for food or water storage if needed. Another often overlooked item is a reliable weather radio. Look for one with an emergency alert function, and ideally one that's battery-powered or hand-cranked, so you're not left in the dark about critical updates. This is where a portable solar generator would come in handy for charging phones, handheld radios, and powering radios and lighting can be very useful. Finally, consider personal defense and safety items. This could include anything from pepper spray to self-defense tools, but it's essential to think through your options and what makes sense for your situation, and always keep personal defense items safe from children. Safety is paramount during uncertain times. Building a prep stockpile is a gradual process, and each item you add strengthens your family's resilience. Prepping isn't about having endless supplies, it's about having what you need when it matters most. While we won't be covering everything, rest assured that we've taken measures to protect our family and discourage anyone with ulterior motives from posing a risk. Our preparations include steps to ensure our safety and sharing this information, making it clear that any attempt to compromise our security would not be in anyone's best interest. But our goal is to offer insights that might help you consider what could work for your own situation, wherever you are. We feel this is important information, and we want you to know we make every attempt to practice what we preach. Prepping is a personal journey, tailored to each family's unique needs and resources. And by sharing some of our methods, we hope to inspire others to be prepared for the unexpected. Here are some important tips to remember that deserve repeating. Building a stockpile doesn't have to be expensive. Shop smart, buy in bulk when you can, and look for sales on essentials. Sometimes, the simplest items, like bottled water or candles, make the biggest difference. And remember, preparation is a marathon, not a sprint. Start small, and over time, you'll build a store of supplies that can last through any emergency. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. The more people prepared, the stronger we all are. Now, for the next couple of minutes, we'll wrap up by showing you more of our personal preps, giving you a clear sense of the items we chose as essential for our family's provisions. After sharing the information we've covered in this video, we hope you come away with a well-rounded idea of where to begin in creating your own preparedness plan for any what-if scenario, no matter the space you have. As you can see in these clips, we've tried to anticipate everything we might need in a worst-case scenario. Imagine not being able to get out to the store for whatever reason. If the supply chain failed and stores couldn't restock due to a major event, those shelves would be bare. And if emergency personnel can't reach you, it's likely you won't be able to travel freely to find what you need either. In situations like these, even if stores did have supplies, power outages could prevent them from opening. Food would spoil as freezers and refrigerators warm up, and in such desperate circumstances, it might even become dangerous to go out. The reality is that those who didn't prepare in advance may be facing survival decisions of their own, creating a risky and uncertain environment. Our goal is to prepare to the point that unless an evacuation is necessary, we don't have to leave the safety of home. The provisions we've put in place are intended to meet our needs for days, weeks, or even a couple of months, allowing us to ride out whatever storm may come. As we said at the beginning of this video, we'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Because once a crisis is upon us, the window to gather what we need has likely closed, leaving us prepared rather than desperate. Finally, remember, prepping is a personal journey. The key isn't how much you have, it's that you have something, a foundation to keep you and your loved ones safe. By thinking ahead, you're giving yourself the freedom to face challenges with confidence. Thank you for watching and joining us at Buckeye Bloomstead. Preparedness isn't just about stockpiling, it's about peace of mind, a gift you give yourself and those you care about. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more tips and insights. Until next time, stay safe and be prepared.